You asked, what are the best techniques to learn when I don't have a teacher to help me? This is a great question because it clearly shows that you understand that you don't need a school or even a teacher to learn something. I have no doubt that you will do well in life. In no particular order, here is what I do. I become curious about a topic. I want to know more. I go after the information in the most responsible and irresponsible way that I can until I run out of things to learn. I ask myself, how would I explain this to a curious 10-year-old who believes that I know everything? I come up with examples that a child would understand, and I design hands-on things that would help me help the youngster learn. While in college, I fixed in my mind a specific curious young man, and I physically talked out loud to him, though John was not there. Years later, he, John, came to me, and asked a similar question as you. I told John about how I had used the idea of him to help me learn. I consume information in a wide variety of media types on the information. I often start with things that were designed to help elementary students learn about the topic. Encyclopedias that were designed for children are a great place to start. This includes websites that are designed to help children learn. I once wanted to learn about gears, so I looked at information put out by gear companies. Each had a number to call for technical help. I called the first with a few questions. It was obvious to the first engineer that I really knew nothing. He was polite, answered my questions, in brief, and terminated the call. I was now armed with more information and technical words. I called the second company, and got more information, but the engineer was short with me because I really knew nothing, but I now knew more. By the 10th call, I was an expert, treated well, and samples were sent to me along with a few technical booklets. In short, find experts to help you learn. Avoid or ignore distractions. Get up early, study then, go for walks and think about what you are learning. Ask yourself good questions and then hunt for the answers. Do your own experiments. For example, I like coffee, so I asked myself, how can I make better coffee? I experimented with different waters, different temperatures, different soaking methods, different filtration methods, and different ingredients. I now believe, right or wrong, that I make a really good cup of coffee, or at least I like it. I sometimes think, what is the stupidest thing that I can think of, and is it already on YouTube? I have yet to come up with such an original thought that it was not already on YouTube. I play a game with myself that I call Notice Something. I look around and see if I can see something that I have not yet noticed, and I ask myself, why is that there? What does it do? And who thought of that? I also have a very short list of things that I would never think of. I collect words that have no translation into another language. For example, some languages do not have a word for headache. Why? Why do some languages have just one word for things that other languages divide into groups? For example, the different animals that are called octopus, cuttlefish, and squid, are just called inkfish. I wonder how our language influences our thought. If we do not have a word for something, then how can we think about it? For example, Sir Isaac Newton never thought about energy, and yet today it seems to be one of the major things that we fight wars over. Learning a new language will help you expand your mind, and it really does not matter what new language you pick. Going through that doorway will change the way that you think. The first foreign language will be the most difficult, after that the next one will be much easier. Perhaps you have met people who speak 10 languages, and you wonder, how did they have that much time to learn all of those languages? It just sort of snowballs. If you have an option on selecting a person to help you learn a new language, go for the one who will help you learn it on a conversational level. Avoid the one who will just require that you learn new words and grammar. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thought in a friendly way. You know, healthy debate. Avoid mean people. Hang out with people who ask you interesting questions, and then leave you to ponder through the question until you meet again. Put yourself in new situations. Take a different way home. Climb a ladder and look at things from a different perspective, or stretch out on the floor or ground, and see things from that point of view. Go shopping in stores that support different cultures. If you live near a subway, Ride the train from end to end and watch what happens. Ask yourself, what would it be like if we did not have a particular math construct? What would it be like if we had 7 fingers on each hand? Would our fingers be named after the days of the week? If we did not like someone, would we shoot them a Wednesday? Volunteer to help at places about which you know nothing or very little. You know, the hospital, animal shelter, animal hospital, or local landfill. I once lived on the streets of Chicago for 10 days just to see what it was like. My goal was to listen to 10 different people each day. I learned a great deal and I am still thinking about that adventure 30+ years later. I will think of a concept and then dig to find who invented that idea. For example, who invented the idea of disposability? Who thought up the idea to make something, use it once, and then throw it away? Right now, I am thinking matchsticks. They are designed to be used just once. Is that a byproduct or was that the intention? What am I missing? Good for you for asking such a great question. Now you know that you don't need a school or a teacher to help you learn things that you want to learn. If you need anyone's permission to start learning things, you certainly have mine. You go you. If you learned anything, please like and share this video. That encourages me to make more, and I thank you for your support.